Well, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining here, Slim and Sam. And I wanted to go ahead and say hello to everyone. This is my next video in my weight loss series adventure. And there's a pop-up here, just making sure we're on track. I wanted to give you an update on how my visit went with the surgeon. My surgeon for the procedure is going to be Dr. Fernandez. He is the main bariatric surgeon at Wake Forest Baptist Hospital in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He's been doing these types of surgeries for over 10 years, and it accounts for 75 to 80% of his work. So he is knowledgeable. His fellowship was in bariatrics. Everything he's done up until now has been in bariatrics. So I feel pretty secure in his knowledge. He went to Duke, which is an excellent school of medicine. So I feel very good in his skills. We met last Thursday, which is the 22nd of September, and we talked a little bit about the different options. And as I mentioned in the videos, there are really three main options for me at this hospital. The first is the adjustable gastric band, which is the lap band, Realize, those type of things. There's the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and then there's the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. And after weighing the pros and cons of each, and if you really want to know my thought process, feel free to message me, because it did take me a while to really narrow down what I wanted. My final decision was the gastric bypass. I thought, even though there are some heavy consequences that do come with it, it was the best option for me. And then post-operatively, following a regimented diet and vitamins and those type of things, any of those issues I'll be able to maintain pretty easily. So there are some issues with it as far as the mortality rate and those type of things. However, I think the benefits of the surgery far outweigh the possible costs. My wife and I have talked about it. My family and I have talked about it. We know where we stand, and it's still the best choice. So I told him exactly what I was looking for and what I was interested in doing, and I'd met him back in 2008. So he actually said he remembered me, and I'm not sure if he really remembered me because his chart said I'd been there, so he probably just saw the chart and said, "Oh yeah, I remember you." But hey, who wouldn't remember me? I'm awesome. Anyways, so we talked about the surgery. We talked about what I would need to be doing. He saw that I finished my psychological stuff. He saw that I met with Amber, the nutritionist. He went ahead and ordered some blood panels on metabolic rate and all of those things, sugar and everything. So he would have a really good idea of what blood-wise I looked like before surgery, and to identify any problem areas that pop up. He does not require an endoscopy, which I was a little concerned about, but luckily I posted it on Facebook, and a lot of people that have gone through this didn't have an endoscopy either unless they had upper GI problems, which I haven't had. So I feel very fortunate that I don't have to worry about that process. I don't have to worry about going through that. Let's see, what else did we talk about? We talked about, actually he had mentioned that my BMI is at a level that he was a little concerned that I might have to do the vertical sleeve just because my BMI was so high. He said if I can get that down with the diet beforehand, with Amber, then that probably wouldn't be an issue. And he also took a look at my stomach, and he said just the way it felt when he pressed into it, I should be fine with the gastric bypass. So that was a little scary because I wasn't really prepared to think about the vertical sleeve. I'd already ruled it out, but so I should still be doing that, but there is still a small possibility when he gets in there he might have to do the sleeve instead. And I wanted to give you guys, and some of you that are watching this, actually, my family may not know exactly what goes on with the gastric bypass. Some of you who follow me are experts or have already had it done, so this will be, old news for you. But I printed out a little picture of the stomach here, and the small intestine. Ooh, it's blurry. Let's go back. Okay, here we go. So this is your esophagus as we come down, and this technical thing right here, this is all your stomach. So what they do with the gastric bypass is they will actually, can't do it that way. Let's do it this way. They will staple a small pouch and then connect that to the small intestine. And actually what they do here is this is the middle of your small intestine. I think it's called the jejunum. Jejunum? Yeah. And so they take that part of the small intestine, they reach it up here, and they attach it to the pouch of your stomach. And the stomach, still, since it still produces acid, will then be attached later on down to the small intestine. So, and actually, I've already named him. Oh, of course, you probably can't read that. It's backwards. I should have written it backwards. Pete is going to be my pouch's name. I'm going to name him Pete because I think Pete's cool. And he's going to be my pouch. And so basically what happens is the smaller stomach fills you up faster. It requires you to eat less food. Since the digestion happens lower or further down into the small intestine, then you don't absorb as much of the good stuff and bad stuff. So that sort of gives you an idea of what's going to be happening to my stomach. Now with the sleeve, if they have to do that, instead of making the pouch, they'll just come here with the esophagus, here we go, and they just make a sleeve straight down, and that small sleeve is what restricts food, and then there's no malabsorption because they don't reroute any of the intestines. So they take that part of the stomach away, they staple all the way down and make a sleeve, and then that empties out to the small intestine just like it normally would. So small gastric update, woohoo, and meeting with the surgeon. And Dr. Fernandez is very pleasant. He was sitting there talking with me about things, and very much uplifting and supported my decision. And he asked me, why now, as opposed to 3 years ago, did I decide to do this? And I told him in the past year things have been happening. My knees have been hurting, my back has been hurting, and things have really started to pop up as issues. So this is just the best bet for me, the best choice for me. And things look good. And he said once Amber gets okays me for the nutrition part, then we should be good to go. And we're looking at probably even around December, when everything is all said and done, I could probably have the surgery. So we can't nail that down until Amber gives the okay. But that's good to go. I'm really excited. Let's see, updates. The eating is going okay. I've tracked for the last days, because this is the Monday after my nutrition visit. So I've tracked up until now. So tracked my protein, tracked the calories, the sugar, and everything. I have not been doing a good job not drinking with meals. I got to do that because that's part of the things they want to see. And I'm not taking 30 bites yet, so I'm really going to have to work on those type of things. But it's going to work. And then also, I joined this amazing Facebook group called the Bariatric Bad Girls Club. Now, just as in the weight loss community that I found, there's really not a lot of guys that put themselves out there. So the male libido or ego or whatever you want to call it sometimes doesn't allow guys to be vulnerable or show their weaknesses. So I think this also happens in the surgical communities. There's really only very few of us that I could find online that have had the surgery and are talking or documenting it. So Beth, who is the Melting Mama, who is the leader of the Bariatric Bad Girls, allowed me to join the group, and it's been phenomenal, their response. So I've been able to ask them questions and talk with them about things, and they've been very receptive. So I feel very fortunate to have found them. And who knows, I might be donning a Bariatric Bad Girl shirt next time you see me. So I'm an honorary Bariatric Bad Girl, dude, guy thing. That's okay. I'm just happy to be part of the group. So, okay, that was a mind-numbing 9 minutes. I think that's everything. As always, if you have any questions or you want to send a shout out, you can shoot me a Facebook message or send me a message at slimandsam@gmail.com. Go to my website, slimandsam.com, anything you want to do. But have a phenomenal week. Have a great day, and I'll be seeing you.